Hello again from my front porch. I am here today with a very, very special guest. Now, you know, Christmas time, everyone talks about Santa Claus. And everyone wants to go see Santa. They all want to get their pictures with Santa. But you know who the real brains of the operation at the North Pole is? Mrs. Claus. And I am joined today by Holly J. Claus herself.
Hello.
Hi, Holly. It's nice to have you here on the front porch.
Oh, thank you.
Holly is a delight. She is the embodiment of joy and fun. And she has a real special passion for providing Christmas joy, especially to children, but not even just at Christmas, but all the time. So Holly, tell us a little bit about what you do.
I have a YouTube channel, Holly J. Claus, where I am sharing videos that are not just about Christmas and the kids, but also about emotional intelligence.
That sounds pretty deep for children. Are you sure that's not too complicated for kids to know?
That's something they need to know, but if you can do it on their level without being patronizing, and also by doing it in a character that they're familiar with and comfortable with, it gives you kind of an edge that they don't feel like you're preaching at them, but you're just explaining things they really need to know.
Yeah. So, you know, and I will say from my past history of working with children and children's church stuff and things with years, that, you know, kids like to be entertained. They like to have fun at their levels. But they also really respond really well when you talk to them like not children. You talk to them like little people.
Exactly.
Because they're learning as well. They don't want to just be talked to stagnant where they're at. They want to grow and understand.
Right, yeah.
And so, Holly, you're helping them do that.
Right. To treat them with the respect that they deserve. You get just a better feedback from doing it. I worked in special needs for years in Ireland, so I kind of got the used to how to handle things.
International
yes,
too. Look at that. Yeah.
Well, you know, you think Holly Claus would be everywhere, all over the world.
Yeah. But of course, the only way that the Clauses are able to get stuff done is the luck of the Irish, anyway. So. But anyway, so you got the YouTube channel.
I do.
But I've been seeing on social media, because you also have a Facebook page.
I have. I've had that up for the last year, and then I branched out this year, and I've been more toward TikTok, because I hear that's where all the cool kids hang out.
I've even got a TikTok.
Right?
I don't do much on it, but I have
what I'm doing. You know, like, the owls seem to love it.
Yeah.
And then I've just also decided I've got an Etsy shop going.
Yeah. Now on the Etsy shop, you have some interesting things that you sell, because you know it's not just like, you know, Christmas sign, but I mean you have like you know, the shirts and stuff.
I do have shirts, and
they say things like, you know, Holly
Jolly
Mom, Holly Jolly Grandmother, and you know, those kind of things. But you also have some custom things directed at kids.
Right. Yeah. And I'm just putting more on there because, you know, you think like being a person that over Christmas that it's a day and they're going to enjoy all the Christmas presents and stuff. But the thing about it is they get super bored super fast. And so, you know, there's more things geared toward keeping them busy longer, like a bucket list of things they can do, like, you know, making the cookies or going out for the lights. And then there's a chore list.
Well, the chore list I thought was most interesting because I mean, you know, we all know that Santa's out there. Got the naughty list, the nice list, got his list, checking it twice. You know, we all know about all that kinds of stuff. But you know, it's very Christmas focused. Just that one day. But your chore list stuff is like, hey, you know, kid, you want to be on the nice list? This is a year-long activity, and here's even a chore list that can help you focus on doing positive things. But it's not even just something. At least my interpretation when I looked at it, it's not just even something. It's like, here's a to-do list that the parents give you. It's kind of fun. It actually it helps them understand why they're contributing to their family.
Exactly. Yeah. And then a big thing that the whole channel is kind of geared around is acts of kindness. Like one of the videos is about the Christmas fairies. And so basically it's...
Which I learned is not the elf on the shelf.
It is not. No, do not let them hear you say that. They'll probably poop on your fork.
Uh-oh. Now I'm on the naughty list.
But so to just kind of get them into the mind of saying, okay, asking the questions, why do the reindeers fly? How do these things happen? That they contribute to all of Christmas themselves as far as acts of kindness. These fairies gather it up, so then they take it back. So it just becomes more of a...
So you know, we always hear about the Christmas spirit, and you see in the movies where, you know, they gotta have enough Christmas spirit to make the sleigh fly and for Santa to do his magic. And all this kind of, but what you're saying is the acts of kindness help fuel that Christmas spirit as well, right?
And that's gathered by the children themselves.
Now, did you know that? I didn't know that. I sound like I'm talking to the boys and girls too.
Yeah, you start going like this a lot.
But so then you have the Etsy, but there's something else you started doing too, because the things that you can give somebody, even like these letters, these chore lists, whatever, that's really cool. But you know, we live in a social media age, and in fact, I just recently sent a birthday greeting to my nephew Dylan. I said I'm going to throw out his name there because I was delinquent and didn't send it to him on his birthday. So this is kind of my way of making up for that. Sorry, Dylan. But I sent him a day late, but I sent him a video of William Shatner singing happy birthday to him, sort of. It's in Shatner's way of singing kind of thing. And he loved it. Loved it fantastic. But that's an example of, you know, we live in this age now of social media where that kind of thing is what people really respect and really gravitate to. And Holly, you're keeping up with the trends.
I am. I'm telling you, I'm just hopping all over the internet because with this Cameo website that I had not known about, you are actually able to go on there and find me on there, and I can send, you know, a nice message.
Customized Christmas video message.
And
either positive about how good someone has been, or alerting them that they might as well go invest in a grill because they're getting a lot of coal.
Right. Maybe a nudge from the woman in the know about, you know, stepping up on the good behavior.
Yeah. Well, see, that's important to know here because, you know, got all these avenues to connect with Holly. You know, again, we're talking about Santa's got his list. He's checking it twice. Yeah, but who do you think is influencing Santa? Huh? Who's there with Santa all the time going, hey, big guy, hey. Yeah. So you want an in with the guy in red? Oh, not me. I realize I'm wearing red too. The guy with the white beard. No, not me again. That's not just. But you want an in with Santa? Go to the boss. Go to Mrs. Claus. Right here. Holly J. Claus.
I ran the whole thing.
Yep.
I do.
And you know, we all focus again on Christmas and Christmas Eve, especially with Santa's ride and delivering gifts. But there's a whole rest of the year.
There is, you know, and it was funny because someone said, like, what do you do the rest of the year? I said, well, you can't sleep, you have to still do other things. And, you know, it's not like kids just need those messages one time a year. So it does run all year, and it's just more about holidays and different things like with resolutions and the new year. You know, every day's a new year, really, when you think about it. And just...
At least a new start.
Yeah,
every day. You wake up and whatever you did yesterday is gone. Whatever you're going to do tomorrow, you're not even there yet.
No.
It's just today.
Every day is that day of your life that you decide for yourself. And that's a big message that goes to the kids. That you really are only here to not to take care of yourself, but first of all to take care of yourself, and then you can kind of outpour everything to everyone else. And to also understand what the bullying that happens in the world today and all of those issues, to put them in perspective, but in a kind way where they understand, you know, you're as important as everyone else, and all the bullying messages that people hurt people, and those things, but just to kind of share it through stories with puppets and cartoons and things like that.
Now, speaking of stories, Holly, don't you have some books too?
I do.
Or that you helped illustrate some
I
books?
illustrated the books. I did. Yes, I helped a bit. There's 2 in the series so far. The first one is Beast at Bedtime.
Mm-hmm. Which is not a Christmas book.
No, it is not.
It feeds into this. It could be any year round.
And that's about the little boy who doesn't want to go to bed. He turns into the beast, and the parents have to chase him down the town and find him. The second one is the Beast at Breakfast. And this is the one where the mother turns into beast because the boy does not want to get ready to go to school. So there's a bit of, the message of kindness and feelings, and we all get to have our feelings and how we act with our feelings. And the one I'm working on right now is Beast at Bingo, and that's the grandmother. Yes. So she turns, and then there's Beast at Bath Time about the smaller brother. So there's a whole series. And then my other book, my first book I ever wrote, is called If I Get to Heaven Before You.
Oh.
And it's just a message to children that when they're going through, grief and everything, that death isn't the end. It's more of a goodbye. Or see you later. And
so presenting that in a way for a child to wrap their head around, which is really important. To provide that level of mental health. Without overstimulating them or talking about them. It's just, their pets are there and all the things they get to do while they're there. Well, and it is difficult raising a small child because as an adult, you want to either you want to shelter them from things, or we run the risk of over explaining stuff. We try to explain to them the way we would understand it or explain it. And neither of those is really appropriate for that small child. And so you've got, between your YouTube and the books and and even with the Cameo, which obviously if you do the Cameo thing with Holly, you can get a nice Christmas greeting, like she said right now, about whichever, whether it's a congratulations, you're doing well, or it's a project, you need to pick it up. You're running out of time, buddy. You better pick it up. Yeah. But even after Christmas is done, the Cameo thing still works for encouragement in these areas too. To be able to, again, the last book you're talking about, someone has died, and obviously some other additional support from Holly in that regard. But even as they're dealing with other things, bullying, not understanding. As they're moving from one grade to another in school, and they have anxiety issues about stuff. What mom and dad getting divorced, or kids they don't know what to do with those feelings and those thoughts, and they don't understand like adults do. They don't know what, and so sometimes kids just need support through those difficult times.
I do find that a lot of times, especially with divorce, they are trying to handle it themselves because they're watching their parents go through it, and they don't want to put their feelings onto their parents. And the parents are doing the best they can with their own feelings. So they
sometimes not very well.
I know, but what I mean is, as far as the kids are concerned, just like
Well, and then in the divorce scenario, it's not uncommon for the child to start to think they're the cause.
Exactly.
Or that mom and dad are breaking up because of me. Because when mom and dad are fighting openly and the child hears them, it's not uncommon, again, for the child to be invoked. And so the kid hears that and starts to assume, I'm the cause of this. And then that's a whole different problem for them.
And it seems like, parents maybe have support on their side from families, friends. They're more aware of what's going on. With the child, they just put in this situation. They didn't ask for it. They, probably don't have the support. And if they did, they don't want to talk about it with other kids their age.
But a good word from Holly might be good.
So.
And again, you've already got some videos out on the YouTube channel that do address some like you were saying, some deeper kind of topics, some emotional intelligence and some other things that you normally wouldn't think of. Well, I want to have my child watching it, but that can't help.
We'll say the one that was posted yesterday. Like I said, I have my puppets, I have my reindeer, and I have my cupcakes. And
you want to meet all of them. They're a lot of fun.
They're going to start a band soon. Because that's what we do. But if the puppet was sad, and it was just talking about, say, how Holly, the snow is magic, and so one day she didn't feel good. She felt sad, and her snow was blue.
Aww.
And that day, the elves had made a special thing, and it had turned green, and it's kind of like saying to them that these feelings you feel for a reason, they're very, very important, and it's better to share them, and that some days are just going to be better, and it's good to have the support and the people you can talk to, and they'd rather know than not know, because we also know in this day and age that at least like anything we were going through even in school, we got a break, but now with the internet, it's all 24/7.
Yeah, bombardment.
Yeah,
and
such
kids,
an early age.
Kids have sometimes uncomfortable levels of access to those things, and a lot of it's unfiltered.
Yeah.
The anxiety levels in children today is very unfortunately high.
Yeah.
So, but Holly, you're doing a great job of trying to help them work through that, trying to spread a little joy, a little cheer, and get people to embrace the spirit of the season. Is, you know, like you were saying before, it's, you know, we're about to end this year, we're coming up on a new year, and this is the time to find what there is to celebrate about what we've had, and to embrace how we can be healthier and happier going forward.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
So here's the real big question before we wrap this up, because, you know, this is it's my little show, so I'm going to be very selfish. Can you give me some insight? Am I on the nice list or the naughty list? Maybe she can't tell. I don't know. Maybe that's a violation. It would put her on the naughty list. All right. Well, I guess we got our answer there. Anyway, no matter which list I'm on, Holly, I appreciate you taking time, because at the North Pole, I'm sure right now it's pretty crazy. A lot going on right now, so I appreciate you taking a little time to slip down here to Des Moines and stop by the front porch and chat with me for a little bit. And on your way back, make sure you don't get caught between Heat Miser and Snow Miser. Those are my two favorite Christmas show characters.
Oh, yeah.
I'm Mr. Snow Miser. Anyway, but I do thank you very much. Thank you for being here. And be sure to put in a good word for me with Santa. It sounds like I could use it. All right. Well, with that, thank you again.
You're welcome.
Have a safe trip back to the North Pole.
Thank you.
And I will see you all next time from my front porch.